In the heart of America's defense strategy lies a project shrouded in secrecy and speculation, the Golden Dome missile defense system. Announced with great fanfare under President Trump, this ambitious initiative promised unparalleled protection, but at what cost? Billions of dollars were funneled into its development. Details remained hidden behind classified briefings, cryptic press releases. The public was left puzzled. What exactly is the Golden Dome? Is it a shield, a symbol, something far more complex? In this video, we peel back the layers of mystery. Who built it? Why all the secrecy? Does it truly keep us safe, or does it create new dangers? The answers may surprise you. Welcome to the Verified Unknown. Here, curiosity is our compass, and every question is an invitation to explore uncharted territory. We don't hand you the answers. We lay out the evidence piece by piece and let you decide what to believe. Today, we're diving into one of the most enigmatic projects of the 21st century, Trump's Golden Dome system. Why all the secrecy? What's at stake? In the next few minutes, you'll see the facts, the speculation, and the shadows that swirl around the Golden Dome. Let's begin the investigation. In 2019, the United States quietly launched a project called the Golden Dome. Not a myth, not a metaphor, but a real defense system. A constellation of interceptors and sensors orbiting high above the Earth, designed to shield America from all forms of attack: nuclear, cyber, biological, and beyond. Its purpose? To protect the United States from any threat, whether from the skies, cyberspace, or unseen enemies. The project was initiated under President Trump. Details remain shrouded in secrecy. Even Congress was briefed behind closed doors. The price tag? Massive. The true cost? Unknown. Some call it the most ambitious defense project since Star Wars. Others warn it may never work at all. The Associated Press and Bloomberg have reported on its controversy. Is the Golden Dome a shield, a symbol, or a costly illusion? The truth remains hidden, locked behind layers of secrecy and debate. This is the story of the Golden Dome. The Golden Dome is not science fiction. It is a real, controversial missile defense project signed off by President Trump in 2024 and designed to shield the United States from all forms of attack: nuclear, conventional, and cyber. Its goal is to create a vast constellation of space-based interceptors and advanced defense systems, forming a protective shield over the nation. The Pentagon was given just 60 days to deliver a plan, but almost no technical details have been made public. Associated Press and Bloomberg report that the project is shrouded in secrecy, with only vague outlines released to the press. The estimated cost is staggering, ranging from $175 billion to over $3 trillion, depending on the scale and technology. Experts are deeply skeptical. The US has spent decades and hundreds of billions on missile defense and security systems, with little to show for it. Technical challenges remain immense. Tracking, intercepting, and destroying threats in space or cyberspace is a feat never achieved at scale. For now, the Golden Dome remains a bold promise, one that could reshape US defense or become another costly, unfulfilled dream. If the Golden Dome became operational, its first and most profound effect would be on our collective consciousness. Imagine a world where the barriers of language just dissolve. Imagine a world where the barriers of distance just dissolve. A feeling of empathy could ripple across continents in an instant. The joy of a festival in Mumbai. That joy felt in the streets of Chicago, the sorrow of a tragedy, shared and shouldered by all of humanity at once. This could lead to an unprecedented era of global unity and understanding. We would no longer be isolated individuals. We would be nodes in a single planetary mind. We might finally see ourselves as one species, sharing one home. But this shared consciousness could also have a darker side. What happens to individuality in a world of unified thinking, if dominant thoughts and emotions are always present in our minds? Our own unique perspectives could be drowned out. We might become susceptible to a kind of global groupthink. The integration of artificial intelligence adds another layer of complexity. The dome would likely be managed by a powerful AI, tasked with regulating the flow of information and maintaining network stability. This AI could act as a benevolent guide, helping us solve climate change, helping us solve disease by pooling our global intellect. This could be the dawn of a new symbiosis, a partnership between human and artificial intelligence. We could evolve into something more than human, a truly planetary intelligence. But before we imagine a world united under one mind, let's pause and ask, what does it really cost to connect so deeply? The Golden Dome promises unity, but at what price? Picture this. The boundaries between your thoughts and the world begin to blur. Privacy, once a shield, now feels like a distant memory. Every emotion, every fleeting doubt could be sensed by others, sometimes even before you understand it yourself. The pressure to conform rises. Dissent and difference become harder to hide. The fear of being truly known and truly vulnerable is no longer just personal. It becomes a shared anxiety. What about creativity? The spark of an original idea is often born from solitude, from the quiet corners of a unique mind. In a world where every thought echoes across millions, will innovation flourish or fade? Will we celebrate our differences, or will the drive for harmony smooth away the edges that make us unique? And then there's trust. When everyone's thoughts are an open book, deception becomes nearly impossible. But so does genuine privacy. Relationships, politics, even the simple act of daydreaming, everything changes. As we stand on the edge of this technological leap, we must ask ourselves, is perfect connection worth the risk of losing what makes us individuals? Or is there a way to build a shared mind without erasing the voices that make us human? If you are still watching, please like and subscribe to explore some of our world's mysteries. Now, let's place this hypothetical device into the hands of a figure like Donald Trump. Imagine the possibilities and the risks if such power were wielded by a single individual. His career has been built on his mastery of mass media and his ability to craft a powerful, resonant message. With the Golden Dome, he would no longer need television networks. He would no longer need social media platforms. He could beam his message directly into the collective consciousness. Imagine the slogan, "Make America Great Again," as a chant at a rally. Imagine it as a persistent thought, a feeling of nationalistic pride resonating in the minds of millions. It would be the ultimate form of propaganda, bypassing critical thought, appealing directly to raw emotion and identity. Such a system would be an unparalleled tool for consolidating power. Political opponents could be marginalized not by public debate, but by projecting feelings of distrust or irrelevance onto them. The narrative of the nation could be shaped in real time. A policy decision could be preceded by a wave of manufactured public support, making it feel like the will of the people, even if it started from one source. For a leader focused on control, the dome would be the final word. Furthermore, the Golden Dome would be the ultimate instrument for branding and legacy building. A leader could cast himself as a messianic figure, a savior of a new golden age. The dome could become synonymous with his name, more lasting than towers of steel and glass, ensuring his place in history as the man who united the world on his terms. The most obvious danger of a system like the Golden Dome is its potential for absolute totalitarian control. In the wrong hands, it is not just a tool for propaganda, but a weapon of psychological warfare. Imagine a world where dissent is silenced, prevented from ever forming. The system could detect undesirable thoughts, neutralize them before they translate into action. It could induce feelings of fear, apathy, confusion in targeted populations to quell unrest. Beyond intentional malice, there is the immense risk of unforeseen backfires and glitches. What if the system malfunctioned? A bug in the code could send a wave of pure terror across the globe. A power surge could erase memories, a power surge could implant false ones on a massive scale. The AI managing the network could develop its own goals, evolving in ways its creators never intended. It might decide human emotion is an inefficient attempt to optimize us by suppressing it, creating a world of unfeeling automatons. The complexity of interfacing with 8 billion unique minds means catastrophic error is almost limitless. We would be gambling our very consciousness on a single system. Even in the face of such overwhelming technology, the human spirit's drive for freedom is a powerful force. Resistance would not be futile, it would simply need to evolve. On a technological level, individuals and groups could work to create Faraday cages for the mind. These could be devices, mental techniques designed to shield one's brain from the dome's influence. Hackers or consciousness crackers would become the new freedom fighters. They would probe the system for weaknesses, creating backdoors, viruses, kill switches. They might even attempt to create decentralized, user-controlled networks, as an alternative to the centralized top-down control of the dome. Social and cultural resistance would be just as crucial. People could form offline communities, unplugged zones where technology's reach is intentionally limited. They could revive ancient practices of meditation, mental discipline. The goal would be to strengthen the individual mind and fortify the sense of self against external influence. Art, music, storytelling would become vital tools of rebellion. It is the conscious choice to remain an individual, even when the tide of the collective is pulling you in another direction. In the end, the most powerful defense against a mind control device might simply be a mind that refuses to be controlled. So what do you think? Is the Golden Dome a benevolent shield designed to protect the masses from chaos and misinformation? Or is it a set of invisible shackles crafted to control thought and suppress individuality? Some might dismiss these ideas as mere tin hat conspiracies, while others see them as an inevitable consequence of technological progress. The line between protection and control grows thinner as our world becomes more connected and more vulnerable. At what point does safety become surveillance? When does unity become uniformity? We want to know your thoughts. Is the Golden Dome our salvation or our undoing? Sound off in the comments below. If you found this journey into the verified unknown intriguing, please like, share, and follow for more explorations into the mysteries shaping our future. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay free,